Worta is a strategic card game about collecting animals and vegetables to make the best farm. Singa Games produce their games in these handy pouches which are easy to transport. The game is comprised of 2 decks, the orange animal deck and the blue resources and vegetable deck. For setup, simply put the orange and blue deck in the middle and deal out 2 cards to each player. On a player's turn, they will pick 2 more cards from the blue deck in the middle, adding to their hand to make a hand of 4, and then they will play 2 of those cards. Here we have the setup for a 4-player game. First player has a barn and some sweet corn, draws 2 more cards, has a barn and an animal farm. They can play the animal farm to go and look for an animal. They have found a sheep. They can't play their barns, so they have to play their sweet corns. And that's the end of their turn. Second player has a tomato and a drought, has picked up a beetroot and some broccoli. They decide that they're going to play 2 veggies this turn, and then their turn is over. Third player has broccoli and pumpkin and has picked up another pumpkin and a tomato. So they are going to definitely play 2 veggies this turn, and their turn is over. Fourth player has a barn, beetroot, some sweet corn and another barn. They can't play the barns at this moment because you need to have 4 distinct veggies in order to be able to play the barn, so their turn is over. And so it continues. Here are some of the resource cards. We have Mina. Choose a player to discard 1 animal of your choice. Robbie, take 2 veggies from another farm or farms. Joy and Joe, rescue 1 card, either animal or vegetable. And Coco, take 1 veggie from another farm. And we have the barn, which can protect 4 distinct veggies. And then the drought, which means that every player must lose a veggie. So play continues with each player collecting cards on each of their turns, trying to collect groups of 4 distinct veggies, trying to protect them with barns, and playing other cards to stop other players from getting collections of veggies or the 4 animals needed to end the game. When one player manages to collect all 4 animals, then the game ends. There are no more turns. The player who collected all the animals counts up the number of animals they got, which is obviously 4, and then adds it to the veggies that they have in their hand. So in the first example, the player would score 4 plus 6 for the veggies that they have in their hand. All other players discount any animals that they have. They're not allowed to count those, and then just count their veggies. So the second player would have 4, as seen in the video. And the player with the most points wins.